Very good evening.
Hi, good
Perhaps,
evening.
hi. Perhaps we are going through a difficult time, a time I remember during the Second World War when everything was going in a different direction. Business, education, along with economic crisis, psychological change, everything was going through a turmoil. And this is the time when we are witnessing a history. I remember a wonderful film which has been directed by Samira Mahmoud called The Blackboard. And it shows that even during the time of war, a person was carrying the blackboard on his back and he was going in the villages and to the poor people to make them understand that it is important that even in times of war, you need to learn, you need to educate, and you need to find yourself with the education system. Along with this, I would like to tell a message that even in times of war, even in times of turmoil, education has never suffered. Human beings have been able to endeavor all those things, and that is exactly what is our topic of discussion. From Asian College of Teachers, we will be discussing on education and career opportunities post COVID-19. We have with us the HR head, Nisha Singh Shekhawat. Hi, Nisha. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nisha has been working with Solitaire Global, a renowned name in Hyderabad as an international school, and she has been mostly with parent relationship and with HR and others. So, along with us, we will be also getting few other participants will be getting in questions. So, Nisha, the thing is that COVID-19, entire change in everything, possibly after Second World War, this is the most difficult time that we are going through, and we have seen that education still is going on. Your views and reflections, please.
Exactly. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Nisha Singh, and I'm working as the HR head in Solitaire Global Schools. Certainly, Shaunak, I agree with you. No one expected this pandemic to happen, and the entire, not country, of course, the world changed in a blink of an eye. And 2020 looks nothing like we thought it would. Instead of we, as I'm working with the school, so I will be focusing more on education of students, and from teachers' point of view, I will definitely be speaking. So instead of teaching students in the classroom, now we are hosting Zoom calls from our living rooms, and instead of managing school staff from the offices and being able to, keep an eye on our teachers throughout the day, we are now overseeing them through the video calls and through the messages, through WhatsApp and all this. Nobody expected this change. All the schools are shut, but this is also the fact that the show must go on and education will definitely continue. So it's of course a challenging situation for all of us. We all have to get through, and we all have to learn, keep learning in such circumstances as well.
Absolutely. And what I feel is that COVID-19, it has been either a boon or a pain. We really don't know. But as far as my, knowledge or whatever I have seen through, what is concerned is that there is a general shift in the mindset of the people, like I mean to say the teachers, the students, even the parents in that way.
Yes.
So, Nisha, can you just throw some light on this general shift in the mindset? Because online teaching, I understand. We have been in YouTube, we have been going through different things, we have been searching online, but this time it is quite serious. Like people or the students are learning online. So, what is your reflection on the idea that there is a shift in the mindset of the students in terms of taking online education? Your views, please.
Definitely, yes, yes. We will definitely would like to tell you more of that about that, Shaunak. Let me also before we continue on that thing, I will also like to tell you that I have with us the vice principal of our school, Miss Afshan Urooj,
Yes.
and
Yes.
because she has been into academics, and I think she will be the right person to concentrate or to talk about these things. So from the
Absolutely.
recruitment or teacher's point of view, I will be better, trying to explain you, and Miss Afshan will focus on the academics of the students. So right
Sure.
now, sitting next to me is Miss Afshan Urooj, the vice principal of our school, and she will be telling you about this.
Very good evening, Mr. Urooj. Welcome to the show. Just for the viewers, I'd like to welcome a very honorable person, Ms. Afshan, who is the vice principal of this school, Solitaire Global. She has been 7 years at New Middle East International School, Riyadh. Welcome, madam. Welcome to the show. And your views, please. We have been waiting.
Good evening, Mr. Shaunak. It is really a pleasure and honor to be here speaking about all this, what we are navigating through. Of course, we were never prepared for it and we never expected this. We were about to begin our new academic year with our lesson plans and everything on board. We were supposed to start it, and then COVID-19 hit us, and it has brought a strategic shift in the way we deliver our curriculum. Now, I think it is currently the curveball that has left many of us unprepared and overwhelmed at the same time. The people who have been most affected by this, I think, are our students, because social distancing is this is a common word we keep hearing, which is staggeringly opposite to what we teach at school. We tell them to be with their friends, play with people together, mingle with people, and the same set of teachers telling them staggeringly opposite things, that stay away from people, do not shake hands. I mean, that itself is a radical change. Like, the first thing a child does when he enters the school, for us, if it was a normal day, would be shaking hands with his teacher, the young children wishing each other, children hugging each other and all that, which is like diametrically opposite to what we ask them to practice during these days. So it has put a lot of emotional pressure and academic stress also on educators and the children as equal. COVID-19 has probably asked us to revisit our curriculum, see how it can be more engaging, focusing on many other aspects rather than just delivering curriculum. That is what at Solitaire we did at Solitaire. We didn't. We shifted our focus from delivering curriculum and rushing through the syllabus. Like, we eased them out. We speak to children now. We have teachers who spend a lot of time talking to children, asking them questions. It has more. It has always been interactive learning for us, but right now it is more of give and take. The child says something, we give activities, the children participate, because lot of anxiety. We have observed that it is brought lot of anxiety to children who have always attended the school. The sense of isolation is what we find is paramount among children. Children are so happy just looking at their friends. So that is what we have observed. That I think this is that we have to understand that technology, we have to push ourselves up the ladder, push ourselves from the abyss of technology to something using it so much in our everyday life. That is what we have observed.
Right. As far as Asian College of Teachers is concerned, as you know that Asian College of Teachers, we are innovating new ideas. We got NCE and various other online courses. We found a good amount of response among the students. So my question to you, Aksha, would be that whenever there has been a kind of a change that we adopt to, technology has grown out of that. Like, we reached the moon, then we are thinking of colonizing Mars, and now that Asian College is on, like, we have a lot of online and other courses which are going on. So, what do you think that the challenge would be, like, in terms of online education? Like, do you feel that upgradation of the course or the technological challenge in terms of that, how would you find it? Like, what would be your view in terms of courses and getting them online and upgrading? Over to you, please.
I think technology was always our focus. It was in our vision and mission of the school. The director, when we sat down and decided what would be our objectives that we want to achieve, like, we had a set of smart objectives that we would want to achieve. So for
Right.
us, the transmission from to go to online education was seamless, because we were prepared
we use a lot of technology in delivering our curriculum, probably for some other purpose. Like the focus was to reduce, give access to children for e-books, reduce the carrying of textbooks from home, and to give them access to e-learning books, workbooks, and all. And we have, as a corporate social responsibility, we use very less paper. There are no diaries, homeworks, and everything, attendance, everything is online. Your child doesn't come to school, parents come to know of it immediately. There's no the lesson plans are sent to the parents. They know in advance what the child is missing in case they're planning a trip or something. That we already had a lot of technology in our curriculum, but it was sudden shift. We upgraded ourselves. We went ahead and bought, searched avenues, bought new platforms for us, secure platforms where everything would be updated every day, and something or the other about every subject, and the child can look at it at his own pace, at his own convenience, and everything. But I think now knowing technology and using technology is no more a choice.
True.
It is mandatory. It is not a choice anymore for anyone, even for parents and even for teachers or for educational institutions. I think now India has to become really digitized in the real sense, rather than just saying it on paper. I think we have to follow and become revolutionize the education, and it should not be a choice, and it has to be in the reach of everyone. So with our teachers, we always hire teachers who are technologically adept. They know how to use it. Probably here and there a little training of how to use a platform that is our own platform will require like a 1 week training or something, and the teachers were good to go. So basically, we are lucky that our teachers Act also provides us with teachers. The Asian College provides us with teachers who are technologically sound. They have it in their learning. So, just training them a little bit to adapt to our platform is much more easier than training someone who has no experience with it.
Right. So that way we are trying to produce that. Yeah. And as you rightly told one word, which I was reading through a review in Times of India also, seamless integration. Like the teachers are speaking something, the students are listening something. It should not be like that. It is seamlessly integrated. Like the understanding is that. Regarding that, I would like to ask one view from you is that in general, like when I go out for a pre-placement talk and I talk to my students, it is easier to check their body language when you are right in the classroom. Right, you can see their facial expression, their body movement, their gestures, and everything. But when you are into online, like I can see you, or I can see Nisha, or people around, how you as a teacher are getting the areas into, I would say, checking the body language of those people. Isn't it a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging in terms of going directly into classroom and checking it instead of that checking those things online? How you're adapting to those changes?
See, as a teacher, if you ask me, I would always like my students to be present in front of me to teach. But again, as we told you, it is not a matter of choice anymore, right? It is how you train people to be adaptable, to be flexible. I think I am a very optimistic person, and optimistic educators have to be optimistic. So at the bright side of it, what I understand is usually children start studying online, going through reference books and going through past papers and everything, different opinions, usually from 8th, 9th, and 10th. Now it is not like that. Like everyone is supposed to do a little research, understand. Like, for example, just we had a Father's Day celebration, right? We asked everyone to write a short line about my father, my hero, and send us a picture along with that. And trust me, Ms. Shaunak, you will not believe it. This has been a blessing in disguise. You have so many children who otherwise would not take the lead in speaking, are expressing themselves. They are looking for books. They are writing. They're trying to pour their emotions out, and in the form in better platforms, like better ways. Of course, noticing, clicking on 30 boxes and checking the children's body language would be difficult. But again, we're trying to move through it, navigating through it, and now since it's been like a month or something for us since we have started it. Now it's like an everyday class where I know that these people will respond, and the other people, I have sorted out students, their group leaders, there's peer learning, lot of peer learning where they discuss so much with each other. It's group activities, it's interactive sessions. That's what. No, the curriculum, it is no more a rush to finish the curriculum. It's about taking
Absolutely.
a topic, delivering the content, and trying to get their opinions and perspectives on it. It has given us a lot of freedom as teachers also.
Okay.
I think that is what we are observing.
True. Nisha, I have a quick question for you. Because you have been into HR and since Asian College, you're associated. So the general students, or now they are our students, but your teachers. So in general, the feedback of the students of Asian College who are working over there, as Afshan has rightly pointed out, that more or less they are trained on the online part. So it becomes easy for you to deploy this manpower with a little bit of necessary changes, and then you get adapted to that kind of a new technology which is going on. Just a few words, like any reflection on the students that you have recruited from us and how they are doing over there. Anything that you would like to share?
Yes. At the outset, Shaunak, I will definitely like to appreciate and the kind of experience that I had at Asian College of Teachers Institute. I went, I guess, more than 3 or 4 times for an on-campus placement there at ACT. And the very first thing that I would like to mention about the candidates that I've interviewed at ACT is that the candidates are well trained and they are very much trained in their subjects. They kind of very good at the technology also. We have hired a couple of candidates in our international school. They have been performing really good. They are still in fact working with us. They have been really performing a lot. So with the other candidates, I might be skeptical whether the candidate is trained or not. Or yes. Whether the candidate is trained or not, or whether the candidate is good at subject or not. But at ACT, I have noticed this thing that the candidates are already trained, so we do not have to, waste a lot of energy in finding the right candidate. It was a very easy task for me, of course. So of course, I'm very thankful to ACT for providing such candidates to us.
Sure. Sure. We will take some few questions if we have already. There is one question coming up from somebody called Shreya Roy Chaudhary. I will just, do you think since students are learning most of the things online now, the learning will move to the application of knowledge? And how do you think our teachers should upgrade themselves in order to cope up with the change in learning process? Very pertinent question. Any reflections, Afshan?
Sure, yes.
Thank you, Shreya, for this question. I think we have the answer now.
Hello, Ms. Shreya. Yes, that is true. But again, we are an IGCSE school, and our method of curriculum, delivering our curriculum or evaluating our candidates was never based on how much they can memorize the content or replicate it the way the teacher has taught it. It was all about evaluation and analysis, and that is the reason we never, until it's like an objective paper where there is a definite answer, we always give our students a lot of open-ended questions rather than closed. We have a equal mix, a good mix of closed-ended and open-ended questions. Open-ended questions where the child can reflect and give us an answer according to what he thinks is right or his understanding of the content. And it need not always match with what the teacher thinks is right or wrong, because that is how you understand and encourage a child to bring a perspective, like in English or probably in business studies, economics or accounting or social studies. A lot of times our children tell us that I don't agree with this philosophy, what the king or somebody has done it in the past, I would want to change it this way. I do not agree with this law in the country and I want it to be the other way around. So I'm very happy as an educator that we are moving away, or at least India as a country as a whole is moving away from that pressure on children where the children are expected to replicate what the teacher has said. Children are writing in their own language, putting in their own perspective. How teachers have to be changed is teachers will have to learn that to understand that their perspective also is right. And my job here is a facilitator to deliver the curriculum, make them understand what it is, and then leave it to them, leave the arena open for them to interpret it, and then write it according to what we find is right or wrong. So that
Absolutely.
paradigm has to be there. That trajectory, that is a path that we have not, we're actually late to take that path. Indian education as a whole is pretty late. We are late in taking that path, and I'm very happy, even if it is because of COVID or something, we are moving away from that set norm of rote learning and giving sums to children and expecting them to solve the questions and submit it to us.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. So,
So yeah.
like the question being asked, like, do you think the process of evaluation will also need a little bit of change, a little bit of improvement?
Not a little bit of change, a lot of change, a lot of change. Because
True.
the process of education itself is about unlearning what I thought was right, learning
Mm-hmm.
something new, and again, keeping myself open to learning new things. We as educators also are learning a lot of new methods. Now, instead of just giving them question answers or something, we are giving them a lot of case studies where the child tells us this is how it is, and forming small peer groups where the children tell us form groups, and so that there's this emotional bonding and they do not miss out on it. So of course the teachers have to change their method of evaluation. A school itself has to undergo a process of change in the set methods of evaluation. That always has to happen.
Yeah, just a quick question seems to be pertinent because we have limitations in time. That Sukanya, Sukanya, she is asking that, good evening. In the online system of study that the schools have adopted due to the pandemic outbreak, how is that you're solving students' queries and doubts? I think
Yeah.
this is
Now, yes, actually, we were conducting our final exams, and I'm so happy you asked me this question, Ms. Sukanya. Thank you so much. We were actually about to start a new academic year in a week or something, and we were
Mhm.
not prepared. Actually, we were actually doing our own lesson plans and all. Then, when we were brainstorming, the core team, when we were brainstorming on how will a child do it, if a child does not understand something, how will he get back to the teacher? Will the teacher be able to do enough justice to all the 30 people in the allotted time, whereas managing the screen time as well, right?
Right.
So how will we do it? We were brainstorming, then we started looking at a lot of avenues and all of how to do it. And then we came across a platform, and we went ahead and bought it, and then we streamlined it and customized it for us. It's called as Solitaire International Learning Hub. It's such a lovely platform where the child has a discussion group. He reads a topic, he doesn't understand it, he types it in a query and sends it directly to the teacher. The teacher can see it in her board, and she solves that query and goes on further explaining. So it's almost like asking the question again and again, again and again. I have children who have asked me, ma'am, don't you think that's a rhetorical answer? And I am so happy because the child doesn't agree with what I'm saying. It is just like
True,
a
true.
normal class. I said
In this
that, yeah, yeah. So
one last
our
uh,
yes, yes.
which people is asking that she's saying that I'm facing one issue is correction part of creative writing. Any ideas how it can be evaluated? Correction part
I,
of creative.
I am, yeah. Ms. Rupal, I am an English teacher as well. I teach English at my school. So what do I do is when a child sends me, I ask them to write an article or a newspaper article to an editor or to someone, anything. What I do is I ask them to write it and send it to me. And then they send me a PDF copy and a Word copy as well. So PDF copy is I evaluate and I tell them this is what has to be worked on, and the Word copy is my editor version of how I would like the answer, how would be a better answer, or how I think these words could be enhance my answer, and my corrections are in I highlight them in red so that the child is able to understand that this is where I can work. These are the linking words that could be used. These are the linking phrases that could be used. This is how a change in synonyms would help or elevate my answer. That is how what we are doing right now. I think everybody it would help, but I do give references. It's very easy right now, right? I just plug in certain references in the answers, to tell them to go through these steps and all.
Sure.
That is what is happening.
One question. Thank you very much, Afsha, for answering it. Actually points out the way you highlight and bring things. I think that has been really great. Nisha, after this
Thank you so
COVID-19,
much.
I think, yeah, we have been into Zoom, so things have changed due to social distancing. But as education has never suffered, we are still on the globe. So, what are
Exactly.
your plans? Like, if you can just share with us in few words, like for the upcoming recruitment, because I think there will be dearth of teachers or teachers who would be, there will be a lateral shift in terms of classroom teaching to online teaching. But what are your plans as Solitaire is thinking in terms of recruiting more people, and what are the qualities which you now see post COVID-19 that you look into the teachers? Use these.
Exactly. Well, Shaunak, from the I will definitely like to mention this point that just as it's important, to be familiar with your physical surroundings when you're teaching in the classroom, you also need to be comfortable with the learning management systems online, and you should be well equipped to teach the lessons or demonstrate concepts to the students online. For the teachers who are intimidated by the technology, I think they will have to take the bull by the horns, because it's the time that they have to accept the change and overcome their fear of teaching online, because this is what is demanded in the present situation. So, Solitaire Global Schools is right now looking for the teachers who are actually, well versed with the technology and will be able to conduct the classes online, explain the subjects effectively to the students. Well, finding out the platform that is best suitable for online classes is the first step only. The next step would be how will you actually utilize that platform. There are so many features. Now, as a teacher, if I don't know all the features available, definitely I will be lacking. So I will have to know how to chat with the students, solve their queries, and how to present my presentation, how to explain video classes, everything. Your presentation also, your appearance also matters. So a teacher, a candidate should be knowing all of these things when it comes to online teaching. And Solitaire is actually looking forward to have this quality in the candidates.
Sure. Thank you very much for sharing your views. Afsha, I have one question which I can see right at my home. Like my daughter is also studying online. Shifting from the technology, we shift to the mindset. Parents also think that, oh my goodness, without going into a classroom, education is not complete. Now, when we are shifting this mindset, you see that descriptive questions are not now drawn to more objective ones. You won't be asking questions on a long way. It would be multiple choice question that they just need to click and answer. So do you think that the cognitive power of a student would be suffering because they won't be answering any descriptive questions, answers right now, but they have to be very precise. So do you think that the thinking and the learning pattern is also changing, or is it suffering? Your views, please.
That is what I would want to reiterate what Ms. Nisha said, that this is generally the mindset. A lot of people think that online only objective questions could be asked, but no, it's not like that. That I would not appreciate only constraining them to only online objective questions or multiple choice. We call it MCQs, multiple choice questions. No, there are a lot of platforms where you can ask, like our own learning hub, we give them essay questions, but right now, and you can actually limit the time also. You can rate, you have parameters, and you can set the parameters, and then the children will work on those parameters and let them. It's all basically about.
I am sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, Shanak. I think I would like to add a point over here.
Sure.
Well, most of the parents might be having this insecurities that how the student will learn online, but also at the same time, Shanak, it depends on the kind of platform that the school is choosing. So the application that the school is choosing, whether it has all these features or not, also matters. When it comes to objective and subjective questions, whether the application is allowing you to do such activities on the platform or not, whether these features are available or not, also matters. So it also again depends on the school, which platform are they using and whether it is user friendly for the student, and also at the same time for the teacher. Is it serving our purpose or not? So basically it again depends, I think, on the platform as well.
Sure. That's what we said, right? We chose a platform when we were brainstorming through how we'll navigate all through this. We chose a platform, our platform, Solitaire International Learning Hub does give us this. We have multiple choice. We have fill in the blanks. We have audios, videos where the student can record a video and send it to me. If it doesn't feel like writing, he can actually demonstrate a video, an experiment, and upload his file. And I will look into it and do it. It's all about how well you choose a platform. Just constraining yourself to Zoom calls and just dumping information will never serve the purpose, right?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you have to accept that this is going to be the new normal. Online learning is our new normal. You have to adapt. The schools have to adapt and choose a platform. We have chosen a platform for our school which is serving all these purposes for us.
Absolutely.
Our Solitaire Learning International Hub. Yes.
Right. With this note, because we are approaching close to the time, from Asian College of Teachers, I would like to thank from the core of my heart to Afshan Urooj. Madam, thank you for spending time with us, answering the valuable questions, and it has been a learning from you. Thank you, Nisha. You have answered all the questions. And I think that it has been a very valuable session for the students too, because this is what Asian College is trying to build it up. Campus Connect. We are trying to connect the campus, which is out there because of this COVID situation. We are not sitting at home. We are not resting anything. Asian College is trying to connect the campus along with the people. You are hearing from the horse's mouth. So for the students as well as the teachers and the parents, I think it is a good learning. We hope to keep this event on. We hope to connect with you more. And from Asian College of Teachers for this COVID-19, stay safe, stay happy, and carry on with the education. Thank you, Aksha, from the core of my heart. Thank you, Nisha, for spending your time.
Thank you.
Watching this event. Thank you very much. This is Shaunak from Asian College of Teachers. Wishing you all a happy time ahead and stay safe at home. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Yes, thank you.